August is National Wellness Month, and so this morning we're talking about health and fertility. Joining us today is Dr. Susan Hudson. She is the author of the IVF Blueprint, and she's going to share some tips and insights for anybody who is starting their fertility journey. It's good to meet you. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, let's start with the book. Tell me a little bit about it and who it's for.
Yes, absolutely. So the book is the IVF Blueprint. It is coming out September 23rd.
Okay.
And I am a podcaster, in addition to being a physician, with my two fellow podcasters, Dr. Abby Evelyn and Dr. Carrie Bedient, for the Fertility Docs Uncensored. And we have gotten questions over the past 5 years and about everything people want to know. And a lot of people need good, solid information about IVF. There's a lot of noise on the internet, and we really wanted to create the handbook that someone can take with them during their personal IVF journey.
That is fantastic. I can imagine the questions and not really knowing what is true, what is false, where to start. So this sounds like a great option for folks coming out in September. Let's talk about that fertility journey. If people are watching this morning and they think they need to go down the road of IVF, what is the first place they should start?
Absolutely. The first thing that they should start is getting help.
Okay.
A lot of people don't even realize that the definition of infertility has nothing to do with trying to get pregnant.
Okay.
It's just having unprotected intercourse.
Okay.
And so if you have been trying for 6 to 12 months and you haven't been successful, realize that your chances have probably dropped down to about 1 to 2% per month. And so picking up the phone or getting on the web and creating a new patient appointment with your local reproductive endocrinology and fertility specialist is very, very important.
Okay, let's talk about some things that could or could not be affecting the fertility situation. A lot of people are concerned about their diet. Does that have anything to do with it?
Diet has a lot to do with it. So, of course, we encourage people to try to eat clean, less processed foods, those types of things, but really balance is the important thing. Okay. So we don't want you starving yourself, okay, but we also don't want you overeating.
Okay.
Sometimes people are just like, what's a good guideline? Following a Mediterranean style diet is a great place to start.
Okay.
Lots of green leafy vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats. Those are gonna help get your body in the right balance.
What about exercise? Is that important as well?
It is, it is. Now, there's balance because we want you exercising, we want you up and moving, keeping your body strong. Pregnancy is one of the hardest things the human body ever goes through, but we also don't want you, this is not the time to start training for a marathon.
Okay, good to know, good to know. I would think stress is also a big factor. I mean, it's a factor in everything, but if you're stressed out and constantly thinking about things, it's not going to help you when it comes to getting pregnant, right?
It's not going to help, but again, getting perspective. What I call good old American stress probably doesn't play that much of a role.
Good to know.
Of course, when we're looking at acutely stressful events, loss of a job, loss of a family member, those things can definitely change hormone levels. But most importantly, understanding that mental health, infertility, and pregnancy is very tied to outcomes.
Okay.
And so if you are trying all the holistic things that you can try and doing diet and exercise and all of those things, and you still might need help with things like anxiety and depression, it's okay to potentially get on medications if you need that.
Okay, good to know that there are options. We have come a long way.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you've got questions and you want to pick up the books, take a look at your screen. Fertility Docs Uncensored. You can go online, fertilitydocsuncensored.com, and then, of course, on all social media at Fertility Docs Uncensored.